All right, guys, what's going on? This is actually off my laptop right now. This isn't off my phone. Sorry for the quality and everything, but I'm just gonna let everyone know that I'm on. I just gave Tina a message. Just gonna check my phone just to make sure that this is that this is going well. Not that this is going to be, completely a bust. Simply because it's such a pain to use my phone. It's not even funny. Come on, damn it. Damn phone. Damn phone. There we go. Yeah. Well, at least the audio is working. That's the main thing. What's happening, guys? Talk to me. Whoa, I just exited out everything. What's happening, Tina? Good to see you, of course. All right. All right, let's see what everyone's got going on. Worst case scenario, I will. Let's see. I guess I'll start with the questions. Tina, if you got anything or anything you want me to review, by all means, go for it. Uh, all right. I got a lot to go on, actually. Let's see. What do you think about Wattpad notifications and roleplay accounts and stories being goodbye? Well, I mean, personally, I think certain roleplays should be in DMs, private message and private message only. That's just my feeling about it. Although, also, it's just, if it's labeled mature content, I mean, I'm just going to say how it is, guys. You honestly think there's not a 12-year-old who's, said, oh, I've been to a porn site and been like, oh, 21 up and older. And he goes, well, 12, if you switch it around, it's 21. Good for me. Let's see. By the way, the thing about, I didn't have a lack of confidence today, but it was a couple other people where it's just kind of like, look, dude, I can't write. And it's just kind of like, look, people have been giving me characters and they're like, could you put your character or my character into your story? And I'm like, I can't do that. I can't. I don't have the relationship with the character like you do. I can't develop this character, make him struggle, fall in love, fight, dream like the creator can. That's just my personal point of view of things about it. But I'm going to be real with you. If I have ADHD and CAPD, whatever, it took me a while to get where I am. Look where I stand right now. I go up and I got almost 2,400 followers. People that actually have took in my writing seriously, which it means a lot to me. Let's see what else we got. All right. Michael and Sean, my favorite Englishmen. Well, guys, whoa. Sorry, Donnie. Not now, buddy. Uh, whatchamacallit? Damn, I lost my train of thought. Yes, Sean and Donnie. I know they're. It's about 5 o'clock in the morning their time over in England. So probably they're gonna catch this later, hopefully. But maybe next time around, I'll have like a half-hour live stream on my phone. But I mean, it's so hard because my phone gets all hot and my battery goes from like here to like there. Frustrating. Let's see. I'm live on YouTube, buddy. ETYL. I never say that, but I just wanted to really get quick. All right. Michael says celebrity TV movie crush. You know, if I had to narrow it down to two as far as celebrities, it's funny because I'm not in the blondes at all, but uh, Kelly Clarkson, and this is a surprising to probably many, but Carrie Underwood. The reason why Carrie Underwood is simply because she is very genuine, very real. You can see right through her. Let's see. Just going through everything here. If you could live in any video game or anime world, what would it be? Damn. You know, I kind of wonder that myself. And you gotta be careful with this sometimes because some of it will just get too dark, like that. Like Naruto's cool until it gets dark. Uh, let's see. Heaven's Lost Property, same thing. It's technically Earth. I'm trying to think of gaming and one for anime. That's so hard, man. Like really, it's just so hard to me. But you know what? For gaming, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Tales of Exilia, simply because there's a lot of different. There's a lot of different landscapes and a lot of good people. A lot of light, not so much dark. The spirits, the spirits, everything. Just the whole world. This is actually my webcam. So I mean, it's gonna be a little blurry. This isn't my phone. Moment. Jesus Christ. Moment, moral of the story, people. Know where your keys are before you go drinking. I'm not going to mention names, but please. Ah, man. Thanks for everyone who's joining in. So let's see. Let's get back to the questionnaire. Anime World, you know what? That actually sounds good, but there's a lot of them. I'll just go IS. Whatever. Seems to fit in. Let's see. You know what, Tina? I'll get to IS tonight. And with a little bit of hard work, might get it done by morning. Just might. Again, guys, sorry for the crap screen right now. This is off my laptop right now. It's, not as good as my phone by any means necessary. Tina, dude, you are killing me. Not that that's a bad thing. Uh, my PS4, yeah. Thank you, Azrael. Appreciate it, man. This is the actual webcam that's just installed. Every other video I do, obviously for the live streams, I got a camera in the PS4, but this just use a Galaxy. This is S7 Jurassic Pork. You know what? I guess I'll give it the world. Where what do I gotta lose, right? I just gotta reach over here. Ironically, it's right here on top. Come on, damn it. I guess let's see how this works. Guess I'll try for the fuck of it. Let's see. Huh. Actually, won't fit. Reason why? It's actually got a different shape to it. Yeah. Fuck it. Jurassic Pork. Oh boy. Well, guys, I'll plug this back in later. Anyone got any questions? Want straight conversation? Anything? I'm gonna be here for quite a little bit, basically until I get tired. No, Tina won't even plug in. That's really how it goes. Night gaming, what's happening, man? So I actually thought of getting a webcam for this thing, but I didn't think I'd ever use it. But you know what? When I get a couple of bucks, you never know. Uh, honestly, do I have a schedule? Honestly, yeah. It really just depends, man. Like my old job, I never had set schedule. So there's some times where I was working primarily nights. So sometimes I'd like wake up at like 8 o'clock, couldn't go back to sleep, and I didn't go to work until like 4 o'clock. So I just like eat, game, do whatever, write a shit ton. Sometimes get like two stories banged out and then boom, published. But sometimes there's a rotation of stories based on flow. Uh, there's never really a set thing. Sometimes you get writer's block on a certain story. Sometimes the story goes in hiatus. Writer's block does hurt everyone, including myself. And that's really about it. It really just goes on, you know, how smooth it goes, mood, things like that. Let's see. Whoa. Tina, we got to do Stella Vermilion first. And Abyss, if you ever get around to this, I know you wanted a Stella Vermilion story for quite a while, but you're going to get your wish soon. We just got to complete reading first. Favorite story I've made. That's actually an easy one. A lot of people would think it would be Rias or My Pawn, but it's actually Irina, Angel on Edge. I have a feeling I get asked this question. I get asked this a lot, and one of the things that I love about it so much is a lot of people when they read stories and be like, "Oh, can you make an abuse story?" Which, well, not really abuse, but you could kind of say inner Mocha when she didn't want to put any feelings towards the guy, which eventually became the dragon boyfriend. But it's just kind of like, when a girl's around him, she goes, "You're around that floozy, that whore," cracks the knuckles, smacks him. But Angel on Edge, I think I made not the perfect edge lord, but someone who is, I mean, he is edgy to the max, but this really, he's not so tense. As in, oh, I spilled my glass of water. Rage. No, you didn't get that. He was developed nicely, felt the way he did for good reason. And just the plot itself, I think worked out very well. I already have an idea for Stella as well. And you already told me about this one, T. I was about to say, if you pull with this sister, shoot me in the head. The one with Akino, second most popular story, I love it. Really. And yes, if you see Omega, look him up as Omega Zero on Wattpad. I had the Kermie story to him simply because I can't do Kermie, man. There's a couple of people I will just not do. Let's see. I will not do Kermie. I will not do Yuno. I will not do anything Tokyo Ghoul. I will not do. Highly doubtful I'll do Attack on Titan. Now, I'm not hating on any of these franchises. They're just not my cup of tea. It's the pink-haired girl, the yandere type. Let's see. The Konako, let's see, white ears, yes. I wanted to see if I could make a counterpart to Konako. Not make him perverted, just someone who physically is, different. And I think Lightning is probably the best villain I created by far. And it doesn't matter what you put in front of him, you can't like the guy. He's an abusive asshole, a bully in every single way. Kuroka's going to be a hard one, really. Let's see. Let's see. The chain is actually a half-dollar coin. You can't really see it. Next time I'll do a live stream on my phone, but it's a half-dollar from 1994, my birth year. Let's see. Let's see. It sounds cliche, but Rias, the personality really does it. Then it's really tough because you have to base it on personality. A lot of it, not because. Let's just put it to you this way: if you look at every single DXD girl, aren't all of them knockouts? Really? But Zenobia definitely was a character that I think just got snubbed, especially in the new art, which I'm not a fan of. I'm not getting into season four. I am not a fan. I'm not getting into this one because it's going to end up just being a bloodbath. I've had this discussion many times, and I'm not beating a dead horse. Otherwise, I will wake up this house and it will not be pretty. Let's see. Okay, and sorry, Omega, you cannot hate Asia. We've already been through this. Shut up. Not going there. And yes, Ravel does not have enough screen time. What's very funny is about Ravel is kind of like if you ever seen Infant Stratos, Reen. She's kind of like Ravel, where their personalities are all over the place. Boys want one thing, and it's fucking disgusting. You just want to come in my mouth. Yeah. And then next moment, she wants to bake you a cake. What else is new? Right? You know, I'll be doing one too, Tina. So yes, I actually do have. I've got a idea of Asia, but that's gonna be a while. I think. I feel like I'm gonna do hers last. Hey, Omega, that's on you, man. Come on, Donnie. That's on you. Tina, we got so many challenges that are potentially there. Some Rosario, some DXD, some other anime, obviously IS. One step at a time. Let's see. Waifu or waifu list. I'll name them for you. No particular order. Muse, Amagi Brilliant Park. Yukino from Fairy Tail. Tanashi from Infant Stratos. Um, Sia from Shuffle. Um, there's a couple that are really hard, like really hard. Tomoe from Absolute Duo. Probably name her. Chat's messing up. Come on, man. All right, you be good, Donnie. Kuroka's not out of the question at all. I honestly think I could do every single DXD girl to a point. To be honest with you, I was thinking about doing Graphia challenge with Tina. You know, to be honest with you, I think I might hand Kuroka and Graphia over to Tina. I really do. Let's see. Asriel, honestly, I'm just gonna be straight with you, man. I I've talked to Tina now. I talk to Tina basically on a very regular basis. He is a really great guy. One thing that we've done, and we've read countless stories. Um, One thing I think that we've agreed on is, for the most part, we're not a fan of crossovers. Simply because, let's just explain it like this. Let's say we have one story here being DXD. Now, let's say we take Rosario Vampire. Just a good anime simply because we have vampires in them, okay? Now, why would the yokai universe go into the angel and devil universe or whatever? Or why would they end up in the yokai world? Just for the hell of it? They don't have a mutual villain? Where's the plot? Where's the problem at hand? How do they, communicate, and how do they be like, okay, you're who and how's this work and how are we going to do this? A lot of them are cringy and a lot of them just seem to make no sense. So I bid the answer to you. What do you want to do? What's going to be the main conflict? What's going to be the plot? What's going to make this interesting? And what's going to make yours different and stand out? Then, of course, add in your own twist. Everyone's take is going to be different, and everyone's choice of words are going to be different. I like to go for romantic action comedy, a little bit eachy as well. Some people are going to like a darker dialogue. Some people are going to have theirs more upbeat, some more funny, some a little bit more smutty. It's all personal preference. Tina brought up a very good point. The one crossover I hate in everything for the most part is DBZ. And most people are going to say, oh, but they don't know that they're Saiyans. These Dragon Ball characters just don't know if they get into, shut up. Hey, Jurassic, how we doing, man? The reason being is because if you take a guy from DBZ, like let's take Ruby and Dragon Ball Z. Let's take the great grandson of Goku and put him in Ruby. He could be blindfolded with his good hand behind his back. He could defeat Salem, Ooblik, Team Ruby, Team Juniper, and everybody else easily, like that. It's really hard to actually put links in, Curtis. I actually might do that, but I let people know all the time. I mean, this is my primary YouTube. I got another one. I just switched over to gaming. It's called Rally Demolish. And yeah, Super Saiyans are overpowered. That's another reason why I don't like the crossfix over them. But Curtis, I'm not sure how long you've been here, man. But I hope you're enjoying the content. I hope that everything's going well. Hope you enjoy the stuff. Any questions, concerns, anything? Hit me up. I'm always here. Gaming habits. Logan, how you been, man? It's been freaking sweet. I hope that you've been doing good. 10 minutes. Well, I got news for you, man. There's a lot of content. Wow, Donnie, that was fast. I think this is actually the most people I've actually had in a live video, too. 13. This is actually unreal. Oh, yeah, dude. I'm just glad that everything's going well for you. Hopefully, that school's going well. The ladies treat you well, everything else. I mean, I wish everyone, good karma. Just how I am. Well, that is also a main thing, as in, hey, chapter 1, you can break someone's nose without even blinking. Chapter 100, you flick the guy's forehead, he goes through the wall. Ooh, so much development there. Rosario and DXD can be done, but very hard to do. I've actually almost done it, Tina. I thought about crossing them over. Now, I'm not a crossover fan at all. I've thought about doing it at least 5 or 10 times. At least. Hey Karen, how we doing? Much appreciated. Really. Hmm. Collabs are good. 2D girl, 2D girls, not bad. Don't be so hard on yourself, Omega. I think we gotta complete our stuff, team, before we get into something else. Um, although Asriel, it's funny you say that because some one person wanted me to look up their. I'm sorry if the person's watching this, but this person wanted me to read their story, and this was about the so-called Death Dragon. Okay, now when I've read a lot of D stories. Some people want me to revise them because they think that I'm some sort of genius, which I'm not. But I just gave my 2 cents. That's really it. And it's just kind of so bad and cringy because chapter one, it's like, oh my god, it's the Death Dragon, said Rias Akino Issei. It's like, come on. The main characters are flinching because you heard a guy's name, instantly overpowered. And by chapter three, he goes, so how is it, man? I'm like, dude, I'm chapter three so far, and I got news for you, dude. You got a lot of work ahead. And he goes, what do you mean? And I'm like, we found out you had an overpowered character by chapter one. What are you gonna do about it? And I explained to him why. And I let him off gently because I don't want to be harsh on people. I'm not like that. I try not to be harsh on people at all. And he's just kind of like, all right, I guess I gotta hit the books. I'll hit you up later. And I'm like, good luck, man. Hey, Zanin, how we doing, buddy? Well, experiments go both ways, Tina. And yeah, Strawberry Yandere is back. I blame the creators, Isaac. That's just what I do. Okay, everyone needs to stop hating Zenobia. Everyone needs to stop hating on Irina Asia. Honestly, I blame the creators because let's just put it to you this way. It took a long ass time. The art style sucks. And really just the dialogue is more of it. Instead of it becoming more action, it just became just some pervert paradise. That's really all it was. It was a cringy pervert paradise. And it was a disgrace. Bottom line. That's it. Screw the whatever. You can say whatever you want about Zenobia, Asia, Irina. I blame the creators. Let's see. Oh my God, Sean, you are awake. Wow, I did not expect that. I'm not sure if you're in England or not, man, but a lot of credit to you. Let's see. Song of the Ancients. Kind of a redhead bitch, Tina, but yeah. I just woke up. Pringles the God, what's happening, man? Yeah, I know. I was about to say, I know it's like 5, 6 o'clock. And I didn't think you or Michael were going to be up. Honestly, Donnie, Cocoa is just a bitch that's all over the place. Let's see. If I do a views count for top 5 stories, let's see what we got. Rias 168,000. Akino 114,000. Mizre 104,000. Zenovia 90.9 thousand. And then we got Irina at 73,000. Jesus Christ. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. And here's my take on this. Now, this is really, I'm not going to say that this is fact, right? But let's put to you this way on how DXD works. You have a Christian branch, devils, angels, fallen angels. Pretty Christian, straightforward. Okay, God's dead. I don't like it, but fine, let's move on. Now, season 3 is where we get into this fucking chaos. When you put in other mythologies in, it's like, oh, hey, here's a Christian branch. Now here's Valkyries and here's everything else. You might as well put in the Indian Fire Lord. That's not to be racist or anything. That's just what you might as well put in a Fire Lord from a different, country. You might as well put in the Avatar in. You might as well just go crazy because the rules of your own universe were broken. And now it's a mess. And now you're trying to work around this mess to try and make it have sense. It's just, ugh, it's terrible. I like Ross Visa. I really do. Odin was hilarious. He was funny, but he wasn't great. The fact that Barkule's very close with him and he's a fallen angel, it became messy. It became very messy. Paint Black has turned out good. Let's see. Arc. Let's see. Well, I think the first thing I have a class of rel segments. Actually, I got them in a playlist here. But I'd say the number one thing is I kind of like to, because if I have my laptop here, or a lot of times I write on my phone just simply because to get bold text and italics, it's a lot easier. I don't know how to do it on the website, but when I do, I'll usually go to clips just so I can get quotes, look at personalities. OCs, yeah, have a connection to the character. Some people say that's weird, but you understand the character, I'm sorry, as the creator for the person as you make him, as in, hey, this main character is going through, it could be struggles, he could be happy, he could be sad. I mean, it relates to you in some way. But just get to know the character personalities, especially if it's fan fiction itself. But some of it just ends up being. I see this a lot more. But some of the easy stuff, like for beginners, is really just cosmetics. And what I mean by cosmetics is in how it looks. Because some of it could look as ugly as how I look because of this mediocre laptop screen right now. Or, you know, camera webcam, whatever. It's kind of like, hey, action quote person A, action quote person B, not back and forth underneath where it becomes this giant paragraph that's this freaking wide and it gets confusing, you get a headache when you read it. That is the number one thing I see and I tell people to fix up. It seems annoying to space, but it's well worth it, and if you need to fix anything, it's just so easy to go back to it. Yes, Tina, bad script, agreed. Like I said, the dragons I got no problem with, but I mean, I see some where it's just kind of like, oh hey, let's make a dragon, let's go defeat Volley. And wrong answer, stealing the thunder away from you, say. The dragons I'm just really not fond of. I think you could make a solid sacred gear, and there's a lot of. The one thing is about DXD that's very amazing is there's lots of girls to choose from, and you can actually make your own girl as well. If you really want to just go into universe, you can make your own devil girl, your own devil boy, and your own, weapon. There's a lot of creative elements in DXD. Literally, the content is right in front of your face. You just gotta think it. The fact that people just go for, oh, let's do a dragon. Come on, mix it up. Don't be boring. Don't be cliche. Get out of here. Exactly. The Hindu gods and everything else. Let's just not. Yeah, Shiva. Again, just ends up being garbage dialogue. The fact that someone screws up their own plot. Let's see. Trial and error writer, take criticism fine, but always determined to improve my writing skills, improve critics writing. Dude, two college professors told me my work would never be taken seriously. 2,400 people later, thousands of views later, I stopped thinking that they were relevant around 300. That was about 2,000 followers ago. Before my stories hit around 50,000, views each, I stopped believing that crap a while ago. Fate won't give you a challenge you can't handle. Omega, if you think this is down the rabbit hole and you think I'm angry, you've seen nothing yet. I'm not even picking that up, David. Oh, of course they may MOP. Yes, Charlotte Dunois is very great. And you see Hades, Shiva, and you wonder why DXD's been burned to hell. Let's see. Yeah, Hades is Greek. Has anyone not watched Hercules? Jeez. Let's see. Dragon Ball GT. Okay. Gasper is secretly, well, he's secretly overpowered. But also, he's actually very good for an overpowered character because what really helps him own back is his only thing that holds him back is his own mindset. If his mind was clear as a monk's, well, overpowered character, he could defeat Goku simply because he could just stop the guy's heart and just, and there was much joy. Yes, Tina has, I think, done at least 25 hours of research on Gasper himself. 25 hours worth of research. Let's see. My disappointment of the summer was actually, probably me working too hard. Fear of being consumed by power. We should tell the politicians that. This isn't really about what's overpowered or anything, but I mean, if you're overpowered and you could potentially be the biggest and baddest character in your own franchise, that's actually very well respectable. Now, if it's franchise versus franchise, I'm not getting into it because there's just certain ones that there's a lot of rules of the universe and the characters and everything else. Some of them aren't just cut and dry. For example, anyone that has a certain magic, a certain power. I haven't played World War II in a minute. Oh, it's going haywire on me. Let's see. Yeah, speaking of which, Darwin in the Franks was just cancer all over. Jesus Christ. I can't believe that had so much hype. I really don't. It was just a mess. And by the way, if anyone thinks that my shit is depressing, you're having people that, I'm sorry, what? You have what now? As in, hey, Let's drop our kids off at a daycare center thinking that we're going to, be like, hi, see you later. But guess what? They never see him again. And their names are taken away and they're put with barcodes. And you're telling me that shit's not dark? Give me a break. Darling in the cancer. Darling in the shoot me in the head. And don't get me started about everything else. Let's see, 02 is the biatch. So yeah. Well, the creator DXD, there's no redemption after that. And honestly, I think Dragon Ball Super. I mean, I respect Dragon Ball, I really do. My only concern is when you had the female Saiyans, and there hasn't been any up until that point, and just some of them randomly show up. Um, it just kind of made things again messy, and I just think that you could rather reboot at that time. Because if you only want to make male Saiyans, you should have just kept with it. If you wanted to make female Saiyans, I think Chi Chi should have been one. Technically, she's overpowered because she puts Goku in his place. Let's see. I know you're a diehard Dot Hack fan, Tina. Attack on Titan. It's kind of one of those animes to each their own. I kind of stopped in the middle of season one. Come on, chat. Naruto's definitely a one with filler. Definitely has a hate. I mean, there's if you have an anime that's very long and very popular, you could easily just tear it apart. Yeah, I'll get to that sometime, Curtis. Probably after I'm done with that. Omega, you could always shoot questions. You know that. Honestly, I didn't see much of it, Ezreal, but um, as far as stuff like that, I mean, there was just such a window for them that they had. They have no excuse to rush that. Yes, exactly, Tina. Dragon Rampa, honestly, not a fan. One Piece, well, I'll give. There's a lot of popular animes that people just don't like. If I had to break it down, it would be One Piece, Naruto, um, obviously DBZ, and let's go Fairy Tale. I'll go Bleach, but Bleach is one of those things where you like or you don't. But as far as Fairy Tale and One Piece go, a lot of people do hate on the creators. Let's see, One Piece is because it's so freakishly long. Fairy Tale because of its concept, the art. I mean, you can't not just say like, the guy's garbage. It's like, hey, if you don't like it, you don't like it. But at the end of the day, these guys are bringing hundreds of manga chapters, producing them into animes. It's just a very good time. And the fact that the guy from One Piece is creating all this content, all these arcs into one story. I'm not sure if you say he's all over the place or if he's a genius, but it's something. It is something. Let's see. There's a few animes that I just can't get a grasp on. Trinity 7 is going to be a hard one to do. My favorite DXD season is 2, hands down. Hands down. Chivalry of a Failed Knight, yes. Doing a Stella story is going to be an absolute freaking. It's going to be hard. And yes, I got Omega over here into IS. When Asya died, yeah, that's definitely a hard one. Just that whole battle of I have heard of Guilty Crown, don't know much about it. Uh, I've had not much time because between gaming with a couple of friends, work, getting home, just trying to write the stories the way I want to. I haven't been able to watch anime, sit down, be locked in, and watch the content like I should have. It's definitely at least been 2 months, if not more. I definitely have to change that, but my girlfriend's back at school at the moment, so we shall see how this all works, one step at a time, and hopefully it happens. Thoughts on Maji? Don't know much about it really. Seems good from what I've seen. Take that with a grain of salt, I guess. Well, Tina, I'm down for that challenge as far as who's gonna do it better, but it's different when you have like a couple that's really just so close together and that really loves each other and very early in the anime were together. It's not like they were together at the end. The end they get engaged. Spice and Wolf, Holo. Hey, good stuff. Toradora, hey. I mean, I watched Naruto when I was a kid, but I think when I really started to get religious in anime, um, here's the true story. I was down on my luck at the time. I just finished a college semester. I was working, and I went from working 30 hours a week because of the holidays, and it went down 8 to 12 because hard times came, and they had to cut a lot of hours on people while still putting us on the books. So, I mean, I just bought my car at the time, and I had my weekly check or my biweekly check cut into literally a third for a couple of weeks, and I'm kind of like, I can't go outside. I gotta find something to occupy my time. Simply because if I put gas in my car, drive around somewhere, buy food and everything, I'm gonna go broke. So sure enough, I actually bought Netflix that I didn't have at the time. I just used YouTube and I had some old 360 games and everything, and literally I just started watching Netflix on my 360, and the first one was Rosario Vampire. Then eventually I said, you know what? Because I read the manga and everything too. I own all 24 volumes. I said to myself, you know what? Some of these girls really deserve somebody better. Someone who could actually love them because I knew Skune and Mocha were just a thing. Let's see. The Toho universe. Let's see. Throwback anime, manga, mine of Yu Yu Hakusho. Good stuff. Cowboy Bebop. Yes. Jurassic World. Hmm. No, I haven't watched Byakugan. Honestly, had no interest. I think. I think what really happened was for Rosario Vampire. I mean, a lot of fanfics I think start because if you take, let's say, you take the favorited girl from the harem. If you take Rosario Vampire, Outer Mocha. If you take Heaven's Lost Property, Icarus. You take If Stratos, Hoki. The list goes on and on and on, and then it's like. And then it just kind of goes, I feel bad for that girl because I thought that she really deserved the guy, and sure enough, she's got no shot. She deserves somebody. It's like, hey, Well, if I create a character to be her boyfriend, to comfort her, to, make sure that she, you know, gets the attention, the love, the cuddles. And they really, Mizure, I know, was very favored in Rosario Kuramu too. I think I don't feel bad for Hoki at all, simply because I think she has the most leverage. She does. Most leverage. Let's see. Charlotte is really great in IS. I actually do got a story for Ruby from Rosario. It'll actually be a gimmick where now, if someone who didn't read the manga, do you remember her ladyship, the witch that claimed to be here? You see, in the anime, it started to really fall as shit because instead of this epic battle, it's just like, oh yeah, she doesn't exist. And I'm like, what the hell were you thinking? What the hell were you thinking? It was just stupid. Absolutely stupid. It's like, hey, you gave the plot balls and you cut them off. Ah, the rock reference. It's like, hey, baby, you smell that? Never do I, woman, start cooking. Can't go full force here. I just can't. I ain't waking up the house tonight. But voice impersonations are just one thing I do. I'm telling you, the rock is cooking there, brother. Uh, yeah. Just helps with the echo a little bit. H1 had another update. Let's see. That was actually trying to do Rainy Savage, but that didn't work. Yep, Macho Man. Could you hurry this along, please? I have a plane to catch. Not the greatest, but yeah. I'll turn on the PS4 because I'm just going to do one thing at a time here, Tina. Ah, man. I honestly enjoy this. I really do. It's been about an hour. Real smooth. Gonna turn this AC off for a moment. You guys got anything else for me? Any questions, concerns, any spoilers? Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. Spoilers for DXD. To be honest with you, I just kind of stopped caring. Grab a tank and blow stuff up. Double third eyes, yes. If you're forced to delete, well, one of my stories, what would it be and why? I have a feeling he's saying married to all the girls. Like that was a no-brainer there. I mean, come on, it was a harem where they all kind of accepted each other, and he was supposed to be the harem king. If I had to delete one story, um, it'd probably be, I want to say Kurama, simply because that was my first one. That's what started everything here, and that would simply just get rewritten because I learned a lot from it. It was originally a short story, going to be 3 chapters, and it eventually turned into about 50. There's a lot of things where I kind of double clutched my thoughts about publishing them. No guidelines, just too much winging it. Not too much thought because I just kind of it was my first story writing, and the only thing you could learn is just by keep going and going and going. And there's sometimes where I just kind of think now back then where I'm just kind of be like there was no guideline, there was no anything, and I just felt like. Maybe I just kind of rushed it. Maybe I just tried a little bit too hard. But I know if I had to do it again, as in somebody said, "Hey, could you do a Kurmu story?" I could know. Bang! I think I can knock that out of the park. No comparison. Let's see. Let's see. I'd rather have. I don't like Roman Reigns, even though I see him wrestle in person, but it's better than Brock Lesnar, aka part time, part time, part time. Yeah. Let's see. All right, enough about Issei's new form, marrying, blah blah blah. See, it's just boring, no plot, whatever. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think me and Tina, Sean, gonna put Omega in there. Gonna put Adrenal Nightmare, aka Dakota, another of my apprentices on there. I think that we all together have put better content with DXD Universe than some of these schmucks. Hey, let's put him with this girl. Let's have all the girls fall in love with him. Let's all marry the girls. If you haven't noticed, my sequels, yeah, Issei marries a good amount of the girls. He does have children with them. And yes, sometimes the wives don't get along. But guess what? It's not because of the plot reason. I mean, yeah, it does make it interesting. But I did it mostly because of humor purposes. Dies, resurrected. Ha ha ha. Yeah, like we haven't seen that before. It's kind of stupid too because it's like, it's like 12 episode animes. It's episode 3 and you're like, "Oh my god, I'm going to pull my hair out. Please, please don't, please don't, please don't." Everyone on the verge of tears. Oh yeah, that's right. It's episode 3 out of 12. Of course he's not going to die. Insert sound of Pac-Man dying. Absolutely. I mean, there's parts of season 4 where the animation just got completely sloppy. I mean, I think they did I just think that the animation in general, it's just kind of like if you look at Kiba per se, right? You think of like, he walks into the room and he gives a wink. It's like, oh my god, the panties drop right to the floor. Season 4, look up Precious Moments dolls. That's because it's actually exactly what he looks like. He looks like a doll. He doesn't drop panties. He's not a lady killer, lady slayer. He's not macking it. He's just, oh, I'm so adorable and cute. Not working. Race is supposed to be the princess of annihilation. She looks too cute for it. Forget about it, as they say in New York. Sir Zex looks like a woman. Some of the animation in general look half-ass. I'm not gonna go with about Volley. It's just kind of whatever. Irina was just alright. I mean, the only let's see. I do not like what they did to Konako or Asia. Yeah, exactly. It looks like a freaking Ken doll. I watched it for Tina and gave him my insight and take. But I will say this, guys. There's all this bullshit about season 5, and I If there's a season 5, I'm not gonna watch it, bottom line. The peace treaty, everything else, I mean, I think all this is bullshit. I mean, I think that a lot of fan written stuff is, just better. A lot better concept. Not just concept that eventually sits set in place and falls all to hell and becomes pointless. It's kind of like a couple that's just gonna be like, hey, let's go to the same place every single day. It gets just boring and you break the rules. It's just kind of like it's like, hey, you wanna break the rules? You wanna get out of the comfort zone? You wanna feel good about yourself? Yes, no, maybe. I don't know. I'm just reading a tampon box behind you. Really. DXD became a mess. And you want to know what really became a mess in manga? Monster Mizume. Now, some people say, how? Well, the girls go off to this resort. Now, mind you, they had pot bellies the size of freaking China, and I saw a photo in the manga, and before I read the text, I thought they got pregnant, and I'm like, oh, no way. But sure enough, Kimihio gets put on a farm, and he's basically having if you remember the Mia's mom, where she tried to pump all the sperm out of him as she could, that's what they wanted to do to Kimi Hito on the farm. It just became a cheap smut novel. Yes, exactly, Isaac. Hmm. The Konako story, just to let you guys know, it doesn't have too much to go, but what's going to happen is the final battle's going to come along. And it is going to be pretty ironic how one dies. I will not say who. I will not say the events happening following up to that. And yes, Sean, it takes a while to do lemon content. I'm not getting into any smarter lemon content, if you don't mind. Donnie, I told you the ending to Koniko to a point. There's a little modifications to it. I left out a decent chunk of detail. Not all of it, mind you, but just a decent amount. But you have the basic ending. It's kind of like, here's where I am now. Here's the ending. There's just a little bit in the middle somewhere, and that's it. Hmm. Well, the Twisted Ones, I do got a lot of stuff on my channel here. Um, there's a lot of tips of how to remove writer's block. A lot of times it is all mentally. Sometimes people get too flustered. I like to take notes. I do like a decent plan. Just kind of like write yourself out a guideline. Take some certain notes, as in like this character, this age, this is what their personality's like. And then there's some people that just wing it. But if there's one thing I can't stress enough, whether if it's an essay for a paper, I do a little bit of editing for essays and stuff for younger kids and stuff for not too much money, but a little bit helps, as you know. Because, well, over here money's tight, and there's a reason why Canada is killing us. Let's put it that way. But as far as writing goes, easy, simple tips. Quotations. I cannot stress enough. space them out. Learn to space well. It's not even like the spelling and grammar. I know that there's programs around about it, writing it, typing it. I'm not worried so much about that. The way that you space your writing, it just helps make it look neat. There's a couple other rules I've learned from professors. For example, there's the 20 rule, which is you could write it out, in the numerals, or you could write out 19 and under needs to be written out. 20 and older, you could use numerals. I actually didn't know that for the longest time, but he actually said 20, you either write it out or you could do a numeral. But 19 and under, you write it. Anything over 19, you could use numerals. Decent tip. Decent tip. And yes, I do agree with him. It does make it look cleaner. I mean, the tools are right in front of you, and sometimes you don't realize it. For example, I've had this conversation with Tina because a lot of people, especially in my town, they're like, "Oh man, I didn't learn this. I didn't learn that." Um, a lot of people blame the school system, but there's a lot of problems going on in my town. As in, hey, guess what's going on? I come home from school, I drop my bag off, I go downtown, I find my guys, and I smoke weed. A lot of guys I know did that shit. But it's just, I told them, and I'm like, okay, you want help? How many times did you stay after school? None, man. Why would I do that? Well, hey, you want to learn who to vote for? Go to a history teacher you like. Ask him if he's got 20 minutes or a half hour after school. Talk to him. Ask questions. Take notes if you need to. It's like, hey, I got a essay that's due and I want some help. Find your English teacher. Find a different English teacher. Know somebody that knows what they're doing. Read an article. Because guess what? Not everything is given to you. Do you think all these works that I've got right here and why I have all these people on my channel and everything else, you honestly think this just went like that because I wanted it? Just because I said, oh, I want this? My real story itself is between 100 and 150 hours of me working my ass off. 100 to 150 hours of me working my ass off. That's how much stuff is into these. A lot of my time. I've been doing this for over 2 years. Lots and lots of time goes into my craft. This is my creation. This is what I love to do. If someone wants to, put 10 minutes into it and it looks like shit, well, guess what? I got news for you. You get what you pay for. Hey, Cupid's starting up. Sweet. All right, Jurassic, take it easy. I actually know Jurassic is, I forgot what country, but I believe he's like, I want to say something like 8 hours ahead. Something like that. But I know he's not on the west side of the world. I know that. Only gotta be on for a couple more minutes, guys. The Philippines. Shit. Well, I try and put in as much as I can. Like, there's some times where I just, I'll sit in the corner, and sometimes I'll just write in the dark. Sometimes I'm, there's actually been there's been a couple times where I've passed out with the phone in my hand. There's been once or twice where I passed out on this desk that I'm on right now. It just happens. All right, you be good, man. I might, probably not tonight, but sometime. Hey, Brinkles, you be good, man. Let's see. Yep, like he said, not tonight. Anything else, guys, before I take off for a while and bang out some more writing before the night's over? It's about half past midnight or so, and heck, I have a feeling that Michael's gonna see us when he wakes up. I'm gonna give it about 6:30 now. I say I'm gonna give it about 4 hours, and he's gonna probably just poke all through this. You shall see how that goes. Ooh, adrenal. What you got for me, man? Good stuff. That's what. You as well, man. You as well. Matthias, what's going on, man? I know you've just tuned in and everything. I'm gonna be getting off in a little bit. Tell you what, though, man. Since you're an apprentice of mine and one of my favorite fellow Canadian people, you got any questions, concerns, or anything before I get off? I'll give you a couple of minutes, of course. Hey, Littlefoot, how we doing? Hopefully, you enjoy the Rhea story. There's 100 to 150 hours of time put into that. Donnie, of course, I don't forget you. Shut up. You know I don't. See what I got. And of course, the chat disappears again. Man, I gotta shave. This thing's getting itchy. Oh, and the hair, it's getting it's getting long. My hairdresser actually needs some surgery at the moment, which heck, she's younger than me, so God bless her, and hopefully she gets a good recovery. Yes, you're the only British man here at the moment. Don't your memes be dreams? Ooh, harsh, harsh. Go for it, Matthias. You know what, Tina? I'm not gonna go there with you. I'm really not. I'm going to politely leave that one alone. Let's see. If anyone wants to know stories that are going to be happening this weekend, I do got a lot of stuff on my plate at the moment. When would be a good time to play H1Z1 duos or groups? I really don't know. During the week seems to be the best time. Weekends are just so up in the air. Adult Sasuke. I don't know. You guys be the judge of this so far. Mind you, my freaking I need a shower and everything else, but camera's just bad, like really bad. And shave and everything. It's just a total, it's all mess. Plus, I need to see my hairdresser, so I'm not sure if it's like an AJ Styles or it's just some trap thing, but yeah. I know I'm not becoming a trap, but he does pick on me a while, quite a lot. Soccer. If you think that I'm gonna be wearing, you know, spandex capris, you're out of your freaking mind, buddy. No spandex capris. Yes, part time. Brock Lesnar, get the hell out of my face. Part time. uh, Blackout top chat. No, I'm not dyeing my entire hair pink. What I'm hoping to do is, what I'm really hoping is, I'm gonna try and trim this. Just kind of just take the heavy stuff out of it. Just kind of thin it out. Do pink in the back. Go blonde for a month. It's already September. Just hoping that I could go blonde. I got the dye just so I can have it pink in here in the back. Then cut short again and do purple about here. Both for causes. Both for causes. And spreading awareness. I did pink last year. Hoping to do purple this year as well. Yeah, no comparison. You can't beat Punk's reign. Light metallic blue. I can only think that my lady would wanna freaking smack me. She's not a fan of me dyeing my hair at all. What would get you more in trouble, Matthias? And answer this one truthfully. What would be more troublesome for you? You dyeing your hair or your girlfriend figuring out that you were into blondes with the big bazongas? Yes, I know she's Tadanashi. Which, by the way, I have no idea if those two will ever see this, but you two are literally the best. Everyone here, literally, sincerely, thank you. It's been a very troublesome, very difficult, depressing last 2 weeks. And there's been a couple of days where I felt I wasn't even up to writing. And things right now are looking pretty good. So thank you, everybody. Sean, as far as everything else, as far as tattoos, like I saw something I wanted, the guy said $400, and I'm just kind of like at the time, like, okay, $400. Let's see, car payment, car insurance, fill my tank up with gas, take the lady out to dinner, and 20 extra bucks to my name. Boom, done. To me, that's $400. Just now. And yes, Tina has a lot of them. He told me don't get. He told me don't get them. So yeah. God damn it, champ. You as well, Twisted Ones. Just remember, my door is always open. So here, Wattpad, whatever. Please, my door is always open. Girlfriend would probably slap me. My parents would probably call me stupid. My dad would probably smack me. Jeez, you might as well bend over. Ugh. Well, Tina, if you can't afford it, I could ship you over some sandpaper. I mean, the scars hurt, but yeah, sandpaper could do it. Guess it depends on the tattoo. I've actually seen tattoos in real life where there's been some where I've kind of looked at and I've just kind of said to myself, mm, like I tried to, like I saw my ex girlfriend on the back of her neck had a sailboat, and guess what? It was crooked. One. I've seen some tattoos that didn't have proper line work. I saw this. I I was watching this Ruby group, and this one person's like, first tattoo, don't care. It was kind of like a flash tattoo. It's one where you sit down and a short time, less than an hour, you're gone. But here's the catch. It was Weiss's symbol. Now the crown, right? And I believe it was the forearm or the arm or something. The portions, everything's supposed to be symmetrical as possible. Some lines were thicker than others, and some of the points were wider and thinner than others. It was completely everything all the wrong shape. Just it came out so bad. I mean, it'll heal nice, it'll stay on there, but the execution just it was a fail. It was just an epic fail. If he wants to come to America, have him come to America. There's a guy I know that lives 8 months over in England and 4 months over here. They call him the rich American because he was actually very smart with his money. James Jordan was the guy's name. Very good guy. Very good guy. And I won't discuss politics. I just don't. Especially just not on a live feed. Anyways, guys, I'm going to give it another 5 minutes, so maybe not even. So, anything else? Discussion, topic, question? Go for it. Well, I attempt to get everyone back. Let's see. Yeah. Well, yeah, depending on what you're doing. And yeah, something around there. Just remember this, Sean. 800 pounds is around $1,000 here. That I know. Hmm. Yeah, I did not pay $33 for my Bullet Club shirt. I think mine was like 20, 25. Hey yo. Getting closer to that time. Oh my god. No, I'm not looking at blondes. 13%. I live in something called the tax state. Mine's 6.35. The highest tax rate I think is Illinois at 12. I know Colorado is 9. I know New York is 875. Well, I do have a certain Lolly in my life, and you know exactly who she is. I doubt she'll be watching this by any chance, but I have to personally thank her and a very special somebody. Yeah. Um, I think it really depends. Twisted one. I think that a female could really have a different twist on things. Like one thing that I definitely see is a lot of insert readers, especially if it's like a male, right? And a guy's reading it, it's really just his point of view the whole time. Whereas I like to go where, let's say there's a insert where a girl's just in her dorm room with a couple of friends. As in, I want to have this scene where she goes, "Oh my God, do I like this guy? Does he like me? What do I wear?" Just get into the mind of both people because well, let's just put it to you this way: some men are visual and some women are smart, and by smart meaning they could think all of this through properly. As in, hey, if I thought this through myself at least once or twice, then I'm pretty sure I could put in dialogue for myself and the guy. And really, I'm not sure how many ladies actually do this, but I'm pretty sure they know how to do a damn good job of it. Exactly, exactly. Oh, really? Who would that be, Donnie? And just remember, you yourself have a lot to learn. Oh, yeah, that's right, Galaxy. You see the guy from Bama? Ask him if Roll Tide fans ever get divorced, do they remain second cousins? He'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Waiting for a reply on that. I'm assuming that's gonna be an ignore. Wow, Tina, that's freaking sweet. You don't. You don't. You can actually figure that one out on you actually guys could figure that out one that's not really for me to say. But anyways, guys, this is it for me. I'm just gonna be heading off to bed. I am tired as hell. I've been working all day. It's been a little bit of a rough week, more mentally than anything else. But stay true. If you guys have got any more questions, I'm here. My door is always open, day or night. I will get back to you as soon as I absolutely possible. I love you all. Have a good night. Stay awesome. Later, people.